The third and final week of the preseason is here. A fourth exhibition game is a thing of the past. It's the Steelers and the Lions, and it comes your way next.
It's a city home to one of the most loyal and passionate fan bases in football. And all the noise they're making is being captured by the Dome here at Ford Field in Detroit. I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Hewitt up here in the booth. And here we are, Brock, final week of the preseason. One last tune-up for stars and starters. And, of course, the game where a lot of these great camp stories will clinch a spot on that Week 1 roster.
And I never tire of these great camp stories. And they come from all different backgrounds. Some are undrafted guys, some are vets with a restart on their career. But they use the preseason, in this game in particular, to springboard some momentum into the regular season.
Ball is teed up. Chris Boswell to do the honors. And we're off and running from Ford Field. Khalif Raymond to return it. He stopped on the return at the 27. So the Lions take the field for their first drive. And we'll get a chance to see someone still in the early stages of their career, this third-year QB.
Kate, I know you get tired of hearing me say there's no substitute for experience, but it is totally true. Taking the reins of an NFL team as a young quarterback, you want the game to slow down, and the only way it slows down is to get more and more of these opportunities to go lead your team game in and game out.
And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
They go play action here. Flushed out of the pocket. He's on the move. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
First give on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. This is ahead for about 5. Cole Holcomb there on the stop. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Again, it's Gibbs. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Patrick Queen ranging in for the tackle.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action.
And the Steelers get home. They drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now, well, now we let the chess match begin, the adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
That's taken at the 15. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. So here are the Steelers now, taking over for the first time. Steering the ship, already in charge in just his first season, their rookie signal caller from The Ohio State University.
Kate, when I watch these rookie quarterbacks running out to open a game, I think of the old World Series great pitcher Cliff Lee. And he made a one-handed play in the World Series and was asked about it afterwards. They said, man, how do you have so much poise? You didn't even look nervous on that stage. And he said, sometimes you got to fake it till you make it. You got to tell yourself you'll be just fine. And these rookie QBs, that's part of the learning curve they're climbing.
Now running for the first time with Jalen Warren. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Avonte Maddox up for that tackle. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Now looking to throw. That's caught for the first. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Warren here from the gun. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
And he'll get this forward, and he's stopped at the 37. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1. Shotgun handoff to Warren. Oh, he loses the football. Going the other way, Lions have it. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. Oh, he was fighting like mad to stay up, Brock. Extend that run, but we all know it also creates the opportunity to do what we just saw. Force a fumble. So do you knock him there? Do you applaud the effort? Maybe a little bit of both?
Yeah, probably a little both. A little pat on the butt, but a little reminder that ball security is job security.
Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Throwing now, following the turnover. Look, pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. That's complete to Sam Laporta. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit. They'll go right side with Gibbs. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Here's 2nd and 11. This is complete to Patrick. And he gets it past the 50 and down to the Steelers' side of the field. Extra man in the secondary for the Steelers. 3rd down coming up. Hooker set to pass. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Darius Slay has it. Well, okay, I guess we've got a couple of very giving teams today, Brock. One side coughs it up with a fumble. Then the other side graciously hands it right back with the interception.
Hey, listen, if you like playmaking defenses, then you like this game right here. These defenses, they're the ones supplying the big plays, and they're putting their stamp on this game.
The Steelers and Jaylen Warren headed back out there offensively. They lost it in enemy territory their last time out. Never a spot you want to fumble. So I imagine, Brock, it's going to be 2 hands on the football as they return to the field. They'll start on the ground here with Warren. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
No, it's not a running back, but it's a receiver carrying across the marker, Kate. I'm not even calling this a trick play anymore. It's about maximizing your resources and your asset, and this receiver shows you he can be a tool as a running back.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers parlay the interception into points. So our first score of the game here as they cap off that drive with a touchdown.
It's really what you're looking for, Kate, offensively. You want to force the other guys into thinking they need to play a little catch-up right away. So a nice job to get that first score and take early control of this game.
Chris Boswell for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Steelers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Boswell on to send this away. Kickoff taken at the 3. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Lions getting ready to return to the field. They are coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They'll motion a tight end left. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. St. Brown's got it, complete. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. That stop made by T.J. Watt. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Now Hooker. Escapes the pocket. He can run it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that gives the Lions the 1st.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the 1st down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
One of the tight ends motioning left. They go play action on 1st. Wright reels it in. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Deshaun Elliott with that tackle. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 43. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
That's St. Brown working the sideline, complete. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line. That one gains 7. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit. Still sticking with the passing game. He's on the move. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Madden stopped by Alex Highsmith. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. To the sideline and intercepted. No, it's incomplete. He had the pick, just couldn't hang on though. And this drive lives on to see 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
On 1st down, it's Gibbs. He breaks a tackle. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. To throw is Hooker. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Cade, it's pretty clear, isn't it? It's this constant pressure that this defense has imposed on this offense to keep them out of rhythm and build up this lead. This offense is not going to author a comeback if this quarterback continues to run for his life.
And he'll go down here at the 16.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
3rd down from the gun. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. Jake Bates out for the Lions field goal try. It's a 36-yard look for him. Bates' kick is up and good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Well, that's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Calvin Austin on the return. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. The Steelers' offense headed out. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. To throw here on 1st down. He completes it in traffic. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Alex Anzalone there on the stop. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Counterplay here, Warren. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. DJ Reed brings him down that time. He got 5, and now it's going to be 3rd down and 3. He'll look to throw. Flush down out to his left. He's running for it. Give him 13 on that play. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. Pass taken in by Freiermuth. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. They'll run with Warren. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. Back to throw, needing a 1st. He finds him beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Oh, I love 4th downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out, well, they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
Metcalf's got it, complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. So before they can set up for another play, we've hit the end of the 1st quarter. 7-3 is our score. We're back to Ford Field right after this. It's Steelers ball as we return for the 2nd, and they have to be thinking points here. From the red zone now. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down. They are throwing it again. And he's got it for the touchdown. But while they celebrate, oh, back near the line, we've got a flag, Brock. In the neighborhood, we usually see holding. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. So the holding backs him up. They'll try to get that back and then some on 2nd and goal. Throwing it again here. The throw is caught. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
That's incomplete left side.
Quarterbacks, well, they're a lot like sharpshooters in the NBA. Sometimes they're just going to miss. You got to shake it off and keep on firing.
Dicker connects there. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset. They couldn't finish the drive with the touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
Returning it from the 4. He stopped on the return at the 27. The offense headed out now for Detroit. And they take over down 10-3 following that score. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Motioning Williams left. Play action on 1st down. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st, it's 2nd down. Hooker to throw. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That is now the 5th sack this offense has had to endure in the first half alone. We're on a double-digit pace here, and I'll tell you what, I know how these defensive coordinators work. They can feel the blood in the water. They are not going to stop getting after this quarterback until this offense can find a way to protect itself.
Here he is on 3rd and long. And he's there to knock away the pass and force a 4th down.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that was just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
Jack Fox on to punt. Picked up at the 38. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. 58 yards on the punt there. And the Steelers will take over possession. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Warren. And it's a nice gain off a really good effort there just to stay upright. 1st down play nets them 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Warren once more. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. 1st down, and they go right back to him. And he'll get this forward, and he's stopped at the 37. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. Johnson up the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
On 1st down, Warren. They'll have him gain about a handful there. Alex Anzalone there on the stop. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. Tight end going in motion here. Here's 2nd and 5. Finds his back, Jalen Warren. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks. Well, both ends of their defense nearly came away with a huge play. Another step, and they sacked the quarterback. But even still, the hit altered the throw and almost set up a takeaway.
Dicker connects there. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Here's Raymond on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Detroit offense getting ready for its next drive. They're down 13-3 as they take over. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. I'll start on the ground with Gibbs. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. Off the gut they go again. It's on the turf. The ball's out. He lost it. Steelers have it. Headed the other way. And they stop him before he gets much on the return. Well, that didn't take long, Brock. One play, and they're back out there.
Well, that's how a defense can make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up and you fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on the field.
The Steelers back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And they were able to contribute 3 points to the lead their last time out. Another chance to build on that advantage here. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Trying an inside give to Warren. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards them with a 1st and goal. Warren has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2.
And he gets in. Touchdown. The Steelers grow their lead off the turnover. Boswell to add the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Steelers take a 3-possession lead. Now Boswell on to send this away. Return starts at the 3. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. The Lions and Jahmyr Gibbs back out on offense. They watch their fumble turn into points, so feeling maybe a little bit of an urge to make up for that now in this series. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next. Another one for Gibbs. And defenders are there to get him at the line. Hit applied by Keanu Benton. No gain on 2nd down, and they need 2 here on 3rd. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Able to find Wright. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. 16 yards on the play. And that gives the Lions the 1st.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Hooker set to pass. Pass taken in by St. Brown. And this one does not go far. 2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 41. That's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. And he's brought down after a short gain. 3rd and 4 coming up now. To throw, Hooker. He has the first over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They got 24 yards on the play. And that'll be first down, Detroit.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
All right, I'll set up now. 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. This one's caught. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out. Still sticking with the passing game. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction.
Goodness gracious, this quarterback is taking an absolute beating in this first half, and you better have some ice for him ready at halftime. I'll tell you this, Kate, it has been a brutal couple quarters, and if you don't...
And in for the Detroit touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
Now it's Jake Bates for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Lions cut the lead down to 10. That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Fielded at the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Steelers and this running back headed back out for a new series. And I'd say the ROI on his early touches have made him a pretty good investment for first half work. He's gotten off to a great start here. They'll throw on 1st. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Send everybody deep. I know he wants to wait and stretch the field and use his arm. The trouble is you wait too long, you end up on your back.
Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. 3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Fakes the handoff, now to throw. And that's incomplete. He's going to wish he hung on to that pick there, but it's still going to bring up 4th down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And he'll have this fair catch right along the 25. The Lions and Hendon Hooker ready to take over once more. So no return on that punt. And the Lions will go on offense. Sending a tight end in motion left. Hooker will look to throw. He lays out over the middle to bring that one in. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. They motion the tight end over. To throw is Hooker. Finds him over the middle. And he gets him around 6 there. Darius Slay with the stop. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Now Hooker. St. Brown there to bring it in. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Patrick Queen arranging in for the tackle. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's on the move. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty, and now we're going to wait to see how they respond. 3rd and long for him here. Into the hands of Gibbs. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play.
It's plays like that, Kate, right, wrong, where I sit and judge a defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on 3rd down.
And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. No return on that punt. And they're going to take over possession. Now the offense getting set to go for the Steelers. It sure seems like they've been able to score every time they've touched it this quarter, Brock. So high hopes again for this upcoming series. Avoids a defender. We've got a foot race. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 38 out of the play. And that's a Steelers 1st down.
Kate, that's the type of run that shines the light well on him as a runner, of course, but you got to give a lot of credit to everybody else. Those skill guys, when you have an outside run, they got to do their job. Not just the big boys up front, not just the running backs. That takes everyone on the perimeter blocking to get a big run like that.
Johnson gets it on 1st and 10. And he's swallowed up in the middle. No gain on the run. Tackled by Jack Campbell. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Warren running between the tackles. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Brian Branch getting there for the tackle. 6 yards, the pickup there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4. That brings us to the 2-minute warning in the Motor City. The Steelers looking to add to their advantage. They're throwing it. He finds Woods. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Gets this to Johnson. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. He'll throw it. The throw is caught. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. Third down from the gun. And that's a Pittsburgh touchdown. We've seen him do a lot more to reach the end zone on a catch, Brock. That one was kind of fed right to him.
Yeah, they say the running backs have a nose for the end zone. You know who else does? Every skill guy out there,
Yeah.
because they want to put a touchdown on the board.
Boswell to add the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Steelers take a 3-possession lead. Now Boswell on to send this away. Return coming from the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Lions are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And we're all hoping his hot start can continue. He's been putting up some numbers early in this contest. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Hooker to throw. This is complete to Patrick. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Now here's Hooker. That's complete to the back, David Montgomery. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Before we can get a snap on 2nd down, they call timeout. Here's Hooker. Montgomery hauls this one in. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And the gap closes to 14 points.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. Yep, as expected, they go to the ground to start this one off. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. That one on the offense, but declined, so we will indeed head to halftime. And on to Orlando for our halftime report from Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. This, the final game on the preseason schedule for these two teams. After this comes final cut downs, and then we get started for real. The countdown is on for the NFL kickoff game on the Thursday after Labor Day.
Well, 2 quarters left, Brock, for starters and backups alike to get tuned up before week 1. The second half of our preseason finale is underway. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The visitors returning their offense and this running back to the field. And get that big old marker out. Cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. They'll start on the ground here with Warren. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Tackled by Jack Campbell. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now he'll throw off the play fake. He fires one deep down the middle. And that's nearly intercepted, but couldn't hang on. Just a harmless incompletion. It's 3rd down. Looking for a throw here. Complete beyond the marker. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And he's brought down for a loss.
Kate, I knew it at the time. I think everybody did. We knew the Legion of Boom was special, right? That entire secondary, but their safety's ability, Earl and Cam, to come downhill, to make those tackles behind the line of scrimmage as he just did. Yeah, I mean, you appreciate great safety play like that.
And in a rarity today, he stopped at the line of scrimmage. Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Pass play coming here. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. The Steelers set to punt it. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. Got 46 on his first punt, and this one's pushing a little more distance. And he'll bring in this fair catch at the 13. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Lions will take over with a lot of field ahead of them. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Running it with David Montgomery. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Cole Holcomb there on the stop. 2nd down now, 7 to go. They'll run again with Montgomery. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. It's a pickup of 3. They're going to need 3 more now on 3rd down. Hooker set to pass. Gets it to him on the screen. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, In a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. Starts the return at the 34. And it ends up a good return for him, up past their own 40. This one returned for 11 yards. And they'll get ready to go on offense. The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set, 1st and 10. They go play action here. Bails out of the pocket, and they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Trying again following the sack. And that one's unsuccessful. Not on the same page with his tight end. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Back to throw. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he's gonna run for it.
This is one of those occasions that it looks so promising when you take off as a quarterback, and then you're reminded just how fast these defenses are in the NFL. Couldn't quite move the chains, but it wasn't for a lack of trying.
Punt team on the field. It'll be Cameron Johnston doing the honors. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. And that one comes down at the 2 before bouncing into the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense returning to the field. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. To throw, Hooker. Connects with Montgomery. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him, turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
On 1st down, they'll run with Montgomery. And this is a nice gain that stopped at the 47. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1. This give is to Vonke. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Pickup of 2 here. And that gives the Lions the first. Throwing now off play action. Laporta with the grab. And he's going to get past the 40 before he goes out. 1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. They send one of the tight ends in motion right. Montgomery now up the middle. And that carry only nets 1 on the plunge up the gut.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
It's taken in by Williams. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit. Here's Montgomery. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
He keeps those feet in and makes the catch. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Darius Slay with the stop. Here he is on 3rd and long. Buys time, rolling right. He's running for it. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line. What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end, only to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that first down anyway. Ugh.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Has it in close. And not quite a touchdown, but he's down to the 4 before going out. All right, here we go, 2nd down. To throw his hooker. And he sails that one over the end zone.
Kate, you could hear the roar of the crowd celebrating the touchdown, but not so fast. Catch looked good. You got to get both feet down as well.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. Ooh, that looked like a pick for a second, but it hits the end zone grass. They are very fortunate to get this one back, but now they've got 4th down. Jake Bates out for the Lions field goal try. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. Bates' kick is up and good. And that'll get him back to 11.
He's happy to bring him 3 points closer, but I'm sure he sees the situation of the game. He knows 3 isn't going to cut it to end these drives. They need to find the end zone.
On the return, here comes Austin. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Steeler offense set to get back on the field. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun here. Caught by Freiermuth. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Brian Branch getting there for the tackle. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. A give here to Warren. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. Warren once more. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Shotgun handoff to Johnson. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
You spring a big gain like that, Kate, on the interior. 9 times out of 10, that O-line decisively won their matchup with the big fellas up front. They got those pads down. They created leverage, and they opened up that running lane.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards. You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit, and you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
Throw complete to Warren. And they take him down right along the 30. That's good for 7 yards. And that's a Steelers 1st down. He's going to throw this one. Pass taken in by Freiermuth. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. He picks up 15 on the play. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
On 1st down, Warren. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. They'll go again with Warren. And in a rarity today, he's stopped at the line of scrimmage. Stuffed at the line a second time, and now it'll be 3rd and 10. Putting the tight end in motion. Throw on 3rd down. He just throws this one away.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Dicker connects there, and that extends their lead to 14.
So many of these players on the field, Kate, they just strive for consistency, but not the kickers. They strive for perfection, and so far, he's just that.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Here's Raymond on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The home team's headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. Now Hooker. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
2nd and 10 now. Gets this one to Patrick. And he's out of bounds after pushing just past the 40. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. 1st and 10 from the 41. It's Montgomery on the counter. And he's brought down for a loss.
Hey, range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
Here's 2nd and 11. St. Brown there to bring it in. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Holcomb there on the stop. And the Steelers going nickel, 3rd down. Hooker to throw. Pass taken in by St. Brown. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Might be trying to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's 1st and goal. From the red zone now. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete.
Well, that was all about the eyes. You've got to read the quarterback's eyes as a defender and make sure you know where that throw is going, and when it does...
And he's going to fight forward and get in. Touchdown! The Lions shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. David Montgomery with the touchdown. Well, we all knew what was coming when they got into that goal line formation, didn't we, Brock? And they just pound the rock in for an old-school touchdown.
I just sometimes love that stuff. Nothing fancy, nothing cute. Here's our formation. You know we're running right at you, and we challenge you to stop us, and you can't.
Point after up and good from Bates. And the Lions chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. This return starts at the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. A dangerous throw, and he almost got burned by it. The interception dropped and incomplete on 1st down. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Back to throw now. Left side caught by Metcalf. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. 3 quarters in the books from this one. It's the Steelers with the ball. They're leading but not by a lot. New set of downs for him at the 38. From the gun, Johnson. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8. First throw for the backup now. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Dropping back to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open, it beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
And this one did hit at the 8, but took a big bounce and finished its journey in the end zone for a touchback. Now the Lions offense gets ready to return to the field. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. They bring a tight end in motion right. Now Allen off the play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did. Wasted no time in getting that sack.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Trying it left side with Vonke. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. Could not beat the defender there. And that brings up 4th and long.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And the fair catch brought in right at the 40. That punt goes unanswered, no return there. And it's going to be their football coming up. The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set 1st and 10. They'll throw to begin this drive. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
You're not going to see it in the box score, Kate, at the end of the game, but that was some high-quality zone coverage right there. Great design, tremendous communication, everybody trusting one another, and it allowed them to just collapse that pocket and finally get home.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Another try following the sack. He puts some power on a deep one left. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Back to throw. He finds Johnson.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once, I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
Wow, special teams highlight here. What a kick, downing it at the 1. Now this offense ready to head back out. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Now a give to Vaki, running left. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. And they're going to go ahead and let the play stand as it happens. They decline the penalty. Throwing from near his own goal line. He's on the move. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. Vaki running behind center. And this one gets up to the 14-yard line before he's stopped. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
Ask for a little bit more on that one. Ask that running back to come up with more than he's used to on 3rd down, and he made it look like just another day at the office. I wouldn't expect every conversion to go as smoothly, but he sure made that one look routine.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
Allen now on first down. Brought in right side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a pickup of 26. And that gives the Lions the first. New set of downs for him from the 46. They give it to Vaki. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Has him on the quick hitter. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Pressure coming, it's Allen. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
The Lions readying for the punt. And this is the 5th time he's been called upon today. And he sends this away, definitely his best kick of the game thus far. Now Pittsburgh's offense running back out for a new series. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run by Johnson. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Well, Kate, a 2-yard run on 1st down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule, but you're going to have to pick up the pace.
On the draw, this fought off a tackle, but he lost the football! Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. Well, you don't like to see the fumble, but hey, at least they were able to be the ones to recover it, and they keep possession.
Yeah, and I think the key there was to stay calm through the chaos. Cooler heads prevailed and got him the ball back.
Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. Trying to force one through there. So that brings up 4th and long. Their punter making his way out now. And he's been getting all of it every time out. Averaging over 50 yards a kick, and this is another one well hit. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. It's a 54-yard punt that time. And the Lions will go on offense. 1st and 10 from the 41. They motion a receiver left. Vaki trying this straight ahead. And he's able to reach that midfield stripe after some solid running. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1. Working from the gun, it's Allen. Complete to the college safety, Sione Vaki. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Allen looking to throw. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Steelers, they're going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
Such a huge point of emphasis for so many defenses, clogging up the middle of the field. They saw that receiver enter the middle and did a terrific job of baiting the quarterback into the throw, and an even better job of forcing the interception.
Pittsburgh getting its offense all set to go. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. Throwing it to start this drive. Wilson's got it. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. 2nd and 3 now. Now he'll throw off the play fake. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. They send the tight end in motion. 3rd down from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that's a Steelers 1st down. Now a give to Johnson, coming right. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Caught by Miller. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Johnson gets it on 1st and 10. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. 1st down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. They'll try and throw it here. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
And the Lions into a nickel set for 3rd down. Here's a throw. Oh, they're on him, and he's dropped again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions, you get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
The Steelers set to punt it. And this is going to put them up to 6 punts today. Getting about 50 yards of boots so far, and here's another quality effort. And that's going to pin them as deep as it can go. They're going to be set up inside their own 5-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. One of the tight ends motioning right. They'll run. This is Vaki. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, we'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one.
Defense with an excellent opportunity at a stop here on 3rd down. He's back to throw. That one complete to Vaki. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that 1st down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Short pass brought in. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit. Throwing here, Allen. Complete to his running back, Greg Reynolds. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Allen gonna throw again. That one's complete over the middle. And he's gonna bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. Back to throw it. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 29 yards. And that gives the Lions the 1st. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Detroit. Lions down by 7. They've got 1st down from the 31. Again, Allen to the air. And will he? No, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, this has been flawless, really, from every side, Kate. In order to get to double-digit sacks, it requires a tremendous amount of work leading up to this game, but then ultimately the execution of everybody. This has been the acronym of team. Together, everyone achieves more, and more is 10 sacks.
Able to find Wright. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. Now the Lions calling a timeout. They're first. Now to throw. Hits him on the in route. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. Detroit calls timeout. It's 2nd. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that first. Back to throw. And he will score. It's a Detroit touchdown. The Lions cut it to a point late in this one. So they get the all-important touchdown here late in the game, Brock. Now the question, play for the tie or go for 2 and the lead?
And I know they've got all these charts and numbers and analytics to tell you what to do, but this comes down to the gut and the trust of the head coach. Does he trust his offense more to go get this 2-point conversion, or is he going to lean in his defense and believe that they can get the stop?
And everyone can breathe easier now. His try is good, and they found a way to tie it late in the 4th. Fox now to kick this one away. He fields it from the 8. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. This offense getting all set for this series. And even with some time left, Brock, a long ways to go to get into range for a game winner. They're going to need to move it in a hurry. Here he is to throw. Finds him over the middle. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Prior to first down, they decide to call a timeout. Setting up to pass. A quick throw is swatted away, incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. He'll look to throw it. His quick throw knocked away, incomplete.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
This is reeled in by Wilson. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Two timeouts remaining and some time left to use them. It's 1st and 10. Johnson up the middle. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. On the ground again with Johnson. And he's brought down for a loss. And with 2 seconds remaining in our contest, we're going to see what both teams decide to do with this final play. An entire stadium of pressure now on Chris Boswell. It's a 36-yard look for him. The kick is good. He got it. And he hits one more time to win them this game. So the Steelers come in and take this on the road. And for what it's worth, Bronk, they have cruised through this preseason undefeated. So all things pointing up for them as they get ready for Week 1. Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Heward and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers are winners, as we'll see you next time from Detroit.